Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's session is on the second most commonly asked question in a Dementia Unit lounge, which is, what's the day today? All day, that goes. The most commonly asked question I've done the other video on, which is what's the time, when they haven't got a watch or can't see the clock. But the second most important question or common question is what's the day today? It's so difficult for residents to work out what day it is, because everything's the same, just like the temperature, Mediterranean-like, same routine. Staff changes come and go seamlessly. There's no variation, there's no weekend, Saturday, Sunday, that's any different to Monday, Tuesday, except maybe a roast on Sunday lunch. That's probably the only distinguishing feature, if they can remember that, which chances are they won't because of present memory problems. So the only residents that really have a chance of being able to distinguish what day it is are those who have regular visits in the weekend. So for example, if the daughter comes, as with one resident, a lovely daughter, she was a carer herself, and on her day off on a Saturday she used to come and take her mother out for the day. Her mother went out for the whole day, stayed at her home, had lunch with the grandkids, just a lovely, normal, happy day. Perfect visit. And so she knew every Saturday her daughter would come, and she was well orientated actually, that woman, just because of that one event in the week which she could get context with. But 90% of the other residents haven't got that, routine schedule to link into. And so to work out what day of the week is really difficult. So they need to have something like this on the wall, and I found this last night, this beautiful, look at this beautiful digital arrangement. So it's got Tuesday morning, 10:30 a.m. and then the date. What else has it got? Tuesday morning, 10:30 a.m. and then it's got the month and the date and the year underneath it. Now, that is absolutely perfect, isn't it? Like, if you've got Tuesday morning up at the top there, how clear could that be? How much clearer could that be for a dementia resident? Oh, it's Tuesday morning. That's all they need to see and read. So if that lovely plaque type arrangement, iPad size, which, that is blown up on mine, is put in key places, 3 key places I'd suggest. Nurses station, where the residents mill around a lot, always asking the time, date, or the time and the day and when their son is coming or their lovely daughter. They are the common questions at the nurses station. When's my son coming? Where's my daughter? At the nurses station. But in the lounge, the common questions are, what's the time? What's the day? So in the lounge there, where they sit asking that question, a lovely plaque of the Tuesday morning and 10:30 a.m., that being the time and day, put up near the TV, the other plaque near the nurses station, and the other plaque near the kitchen, something like that. The digital ticking over arrangement, whatever they call those clocks, digital clocks. I mean, they're sort of, they're like artwork in a way, aren't they? If it's nice and big like that, fabulous, because the residents can see it, view it, talk about it. Oh yes, it's Tuesday morning, look, yes, there it is, Tuesday. Oh well, and it's 10:30. Oh well, not long till lunch. I mean, they all know 12 o'clock is lunchtime. They never really remember dinner time. That can be 5 or 6 or whatever, but midday lunch, yes, lunchtime. And that's what they all look forward to all morning. Breakfast finished. Once breakfast is over, the next thing that they look forward to, aside from the cup of tea, of course, which they love with the cake, not good for the weight, is lunch. So that's why the time is so important, because it locks in with meal times, and if it's there, if it's 1 o'clock and they read it, they can all read it up on the plaque on the wall there. Then if they don't need to ask the nurse all day, or the carer, or whoever else, the relative, or whoever else they're sort of bemoaning to or questioning, say, the person can just say, well, you can, read it up on the plaque, up on the wall, and they will. So it saves everyone a lot of time and energy, because, it's all these things, this ongoing questioning all day. Really, it's exhausting, actually, for staff and others. And this is such a easily solvable solution. Just put up the time on the wall, the day on the wall, and with the time as well, because they're the two key things. What's the time? What's the day? In terms of date, they really get that, and it's not really that applicable, but it's good to go through as a, concentration academic exercise with them, as a workshop. The month, quite good, because at least, there's 3 months each season. So to link in with what season it is very good for orientation, because they like to know whether it's either summer or winter or spring or whatever it is. I mean, they can see a bit out the window, but they certainly can't feel it being in the same temperature all day. And so, for example, if it is winter, so they know, say, June, July, August, have a little workshop on winter. Oh, yes, June, July, August, yes, it is now winter. Yes, oh, interesting, good. So when their sun comes in freezing to death, looking windblown and drenched, oh, it's winter. Oh, it's cold outside, dear. You've had yes, it's freezing, actually, Mother. It's bitter. You're lucky that you don't have to go through it, in Christchurch down here. So it gives them relatability, context, understanding of the elements. Yeah, so they're part of the world. I mean, okay, they're not out in the world, they're inside an institution, but they've got context with the world, so that which is very important for them. And when relatives come in, they can empathize, understand, and, recognize what their son or daughter is going through in order to get to see them, the efforts they're making. That's another thing. If it's freezing in winter, going out of your lovely warm home on a Sunday or Saturday to go and visit your mother in a dementia unit can be quite a feat, umbrella blowing inside out and wet and rain and freezing, just like it's been this week. It's like, yeah, this is all important stuff. And so if it's on the, little platform, digital arrangement on the wall, fabulous, they can read it, they can link in. But the really big thing is, aside from them having the acknowledgement and recognition of the time and day, they don't have to keep repeating the questions, and it saves energy for the staff and the relatives and everyone else they're asking, so that at least there's a chance of getting some settled sort of atmosphere going on as you address everything one by one. Now, these fabulous things, I'll show it to you again if you've just, look at this fabulous thing, saying the time and the day. They're good for in the room as well, the bedroom. Get one for the bedroom, and then encourage the management, of the dementia unit to get a few around the place, something like that. And then they don't need a battery, they just go by electricity, digital, I don't know what the name is of them, digital summaries of time and day and date and everything else, digital orientation concepts or updates, something, there must be a name for them, but I haven't actually worked that out yet. But never mind, if you know it, tell me, because that would be good. Because they're more than a clock, aren't they? I mean, they're diaries, really. When you think about it, they're clocks and diaries. Yeah, digital clock and diary. Oh, that's a good idea. So, yeah, a digital clock and diary for their, please don't come out with that, for their room and out in the lounge. And this will be a remarkable help for the residents, because even if they haven't got a watch, even if the relative hasn't, kept up with the batteries and all that, which is a common theme, they can read it, and so they're not penalised. And so this is what we want, everyone to have, as much of an equal opportunity, the supported and the unsupported in dementia units, and then it makes a fairer ground for everybody. So that's it for today with the day and how to sort of organise all that for orientation. Thank you for your support, your likes. Please pass on. Please subscribe. All the viewers out there that like this channel, thank you.